Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. He's at the 50, the 30, and he cuts it right into space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 37. Check 37.
Here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Switch.
Out of the gun. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. 55 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wentz. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Cut. Twist.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Kill. This time, 7. Mike's 59.
Wentz now to throw.
Get the ball right here. Let's go.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal. They run with Howard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
180. 44's Mike. Check. Watch the out. Hey, Shell.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
44's the Mike.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cut. 180. Value 1. All day.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here goes tonight. 180. Mavericks wall. Super. Kill.
Throwing on second down. Goff over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
59, Mike to 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 57. 59, Mike. 59. Check.
On second down and 4. Wentz, the great veteran Clay Matthews, able to knock that one away in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Let's do this.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check 59.
On first down, Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
2 for 1. Check 52. No. 11.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Rush in. Motion.
Here's Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, here we go. Hard ball. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Big stop, D. Go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Goff.
Stay with your man.
It's caught left side by Cooks. The 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And an alley to run. And a very good return as he takes this all the way up to the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Push him back. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. It's a party now. Woo! 44, 44. What's up? 44.
To throw is gone. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
26, Mike.
Red 5-2, out here.
All day, every day, any day.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Jeffrey, only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Man 5-7. Don't be scared of it.
Check 3.
Hey, orbit.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. 26, Mike.
82, 82.
D, tighten up.
Shift.
Let's go, D, tighten up. 26, Mike. 26.
Again, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
14, 82, 14.
26, Mike. It's our,
Hey, exit.
it's our field. Hey, it's our house. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. You remember me?
5-9, 5-9.
Let's go, baby.
Wentz to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. 35 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They're going to give it to Sproles. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30, 10, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Play action to Sproles. Wins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Now Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Howard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Again, it's Howard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
He wasn't ready.
Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
Waits to throw for it on 4. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Dante Fowler in on the stop. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
26 Mike.
From the 27, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26.
Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Let's go.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Go. 20. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bravo. 26 Mike, 26. Coming. I'm coming.
He's back to throw. This is caught. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Yes. Switch. Jam. Watch twist.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Wentz to throw. And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So they make the decision. They want a three-point lead versus a two-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check.
Again, they run with Gurley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 13.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner. Here are the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This to cut the lead to 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Go. 280. Hey, 74. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment.
Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. Know me, cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-Love, time to bring the bass back.
Today's sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much.
as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Defense focus. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now it's gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
There you go, baby.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
White 20.
44. Let's go, D.
Now on second and 13. Goff. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
You ain't going nowhere.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Mike. Here we go. Waiting. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Check safety.
57.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
Hey. High 7.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Second down and goal. Wentz.
Here I come again.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. For the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
I got him. He's mine.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Go. Check. Shoot.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Slam.
44. Mike, 44. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 99. 36.
Gurley.
No.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Jackson. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone, costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
You got it. Strip the ball.
Now it's Sproles.
Go. It's run. And run it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now it's Gurley. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
From the end zone, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a first down throw. Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run. It's Gurley. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 31 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
All day.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Switch!
Sunday, for Tokyo!
On first down, Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check, 59.
Hey, box drop.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now Wentz again. That's going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch 24.
Check. Lucky.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
You got tight right there.
Jordan Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Running with Howard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
59's Mike. Check.
87.
Here we go. Mike.
Hey, echo.
Mike's 59.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
You.
On first and goal, Gurley.
Run.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On second and 11 now. Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, rip on 2, on here. 26 Mike.
Watch the pass.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
Mike 20.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Kill.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
20. 17. SOS. Check hot route. Hot.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Hey, Charlie. Shell. 53. Mike.
On 4th down. Goff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
What? 180.
Mike, 44.
Now a handoff for Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Not 180.
44's the Mike. Hey, keep it up.
Obama.
Another carry now for Gurley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. 26,
Man, 5-7.
watch QB draw.
Hey, Haywood.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen.
To throw is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. The carry here for the big tight end. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, 27 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a great return as he's up close to the...
Some product, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Man,